Guys, happy Monday evening. I hope that your Monday has been not too eventful and very productive today. Though it's been a couple weeks since I've been able to jump on and do a motivator, so I thought I would jump on really quickly. Updates on the family: baby and mama and daddy are doing great. She's still recovering and they're kind of working into a schedule now, and it looks like baby Garrett's going to rest a little bit better these days, so that's good for them. Justin and Danielle are doing great with their little Remy. He gives them a run for their money, so that's great too. And Maddie's doing awesome. She's still in college. She was on quarantine for a week, and I think she got off quarantine today, so I know she's super happy about that. So, and then Oscar and I are doing well. We've gotten some more test results and things on Oscar over the last week or so, and there's still some things that are unclear, and so until we have more information, we're really not going to say a whole lot other than we just covet your prayers, and just don't forget to keep us in your prayers because his health is continuing to be an ongoing and changing situation. So with that being said, I got home last Sunday, so it's been a little over a week, and it was so good to be home. It was terrible to leave those sweet babies, but it was so good to be home and be able to be with my stud muffin, first of all. I mean, come on, priorities, people. And also just to be able to start getting caught up in some business. You know, if you go out of town for a week and you know how much work is there for you when you get home. So imagine being gone a month. So it was a lot. I tried to do as much as I could from where I was before, but I didn't want Oscar to get stressed out, so I had asked him not to open much mail. So I had quite a bit of mail and things to take care of. So it's been so great to be home and be working in tandem with Oscar again. We worked so well together as a team, and we did great apart, trying to get things done and tasks accomplished. It's just better when we're together. So anyway, one of the things that we had to deal with over the last few weeks was we had a new flock of chickens we'd gotten a few months ago that wound up having a respiratory condition, and we wound up trying like the Vet RX and all the other things that they told us to try, putting apple cider vinegar in their water and everything else, keeping everything cleaned out, but the virus continued to spread, or the bacteria, whatever it is. So we were at the point where we were going to have to do injections. And anybody who has a farm knows that if you can learn how to do your own injections, the quicker you can learn that, the more money you're going to save. And if you're too squeamish or it's not something that you can do, it can get expensive having to, have a vet come out and do those things. So part of my motivator today was just wanting to share, about, first of all, don't jump to I can't, because a lot of times it's not that you can't, it's that you just don't know how. And I know I talked to you guys earlier this year about me learning how to drive an excavator. Never done it before, but why not? Was there any reason why I couldn't figure that one out? And that went very well, and I didn't flip it upside down, even though I was concerned that I could have. But you try new things, because the reality is a lot of us don't do new things. We don't go new places. We don't even try new foods at restaurants that we frequent because we're comfortable with the consistent. And consistency is great. Consistency is key in a lot of things. But the reality is, are you growing? Are you growing? That's the question. So maybe there's something in your job that you don't have a ton of counseling friends. And so there's always opportunities for us to learn a more specific specialty, or learn more skills, or start going after a certain population and just learning new practices and skills. That keeps you fresh. And I know that right now with the COVID being so crazy, causing so many people distress and causing financial issues for so many people, sometimes we lose sight of what's important. And so I want you guys, if nothing else this week, just to slow down and ask yourself, what new thing have I tried this week, or this year, or this month? What new skill have I learned? Or is there a skill that you want to learn, but you haven't had the time or you haven't taken the time to do so? So tonight, Oscar and I got to, we figured giving chicken shots at night would be better because they're much more calm. And out of almost, 15 chickens, babe? Yeah. Out of 15 chickens, we only had one screamer. There's got to be one in every bunch, right? Who just like, you barely touch him with the needle, and he's like, ah! But everybody else did great. I've never given shots to chickens before. I can say now I've given 15 shots to chickens. Well, 16 if you count the fact that I had to poke the one chicken twice because he freaked out when I touched him. But, last year, in 2019, I learned how to give injections to cows. So I gave Oscar injections last year, too, for the first time. And this year, I got to give injections to my daughter-in-law and then now the chickens. So it's not something that I'm super familiar with, but I'm learning as I'm going. And this year, the Lord's just been teaching me to be flexible, be willing to learn new skills, be willing to take on new challenges that you haven't taken on before. And I promise you'll feel proud of yourself. You'll feel accomplished. Like I learned that. I did that. I was super proud of myself for learning how to drive an excavator this year. So anyway, I know that's a whole lot of information on a Monday evening, but I just wanted to share with you guys, just reminding you to learn to do new things, try new things. Try that thing that maybe you've been afraid to try because you're afraid to fail. That's one thing I hear from clients a lot is, well, I never tried it because I don't want to fail. You're going to fail. I mean, it's kind of like with Russell and Ashley. They're like, well, we don't want to make any mistakes. And I said, well, I'm going to just relieve you of some pressure, tell you to back up right now. You're going to mess up. You're going to do something wrong. You're going to hurt the baby on accident. Things are going to happen. You're not going to be perfect. So if you let yourself off the hook on that one up front, it actually will help you in the long run and allow you to be more comfortable and that, you know what, I am going to make mistakes. I'm going to do the best I can, but know that whatever mistakes I make, it's going to be okay. So I would love to hear down below what new thing either you have learned this year or what's something that you want to learn. You don't have to be January 1st to start a new New Year's resolution. How about a new you resolution? So I want to hear anything that you've learned this year, things that you want to learn, things that you want to do, maybe someplace you want to go, but you're just a homebody. And maybe we can encourage each other in the Lord that, the Lord wants us to live a full and exciting life. And I told Oscar tonight, as I'm kneeling down and just a lot of poop, and he's holding a chicken that's just really not a happy camper at that moment, and it's cold, both of our noses are running, chicken's nose was running, there's lots of nose running going around, just stuff that probably would gross out a lot of other people. And I just looked up at him and I said, I love this. I love our life. I love playing in the dirt and sometimes poop, but because it's something new and it's something fun and it's work, but it's rewarding work. So again, I'd love to hear what you guys are learning and doing. I'd love to hear updates. I feel like I've been disconnected from Missouri for like a month and a half. So by all means, text me, message me, let me know what's going on in your life and what new skills you're learning or what new skills you want to learn. And let's encourage each other together to grow. So I love you and I will talk with you soon. Bye.